51% chance of blocking. Son of a bitch. 2 shields or 3, so it means 3 fights. Ah, possibly. Ah, you spent the turn just repairing. Okay. I'm gonna keep on swinging. Shield is almost gone. He is gone. Round 2! Aslanmir's second shield crumbles off the grip. Dismayed, he heads back to the boat to fetch his last. You are nearly as good as Magna. If you should win this, I hope you will be a better Thane. I hope to serve with you as my Huskarl. If I were the worst Thane I could be, it would still be better than you. You won't live long enough to find out. Just hold on your shield and let's finish this. He nods without hesitation. My honour bids me to, and if I should win, you may serve as mine. Tell me, how do you plan to govern us? Ooh, good question. We've become weak, and we have many enemies. The defences must be strengthened. We've let old alliances atrophy. It's time to rebuild those relations. I plan to govern as little as possible. Free men prosper when there's left to choose their own path. My father spoke of a great kingdom across the sea. I'll find this kingdom as he did, but where he failed, I'll succeed. That's a good question. I mean, this is probably either 2 or 4. Just entrenching ourselves doesn't really gain anything. We're a diplomat, we're going to go with 2. Perhaps you're right. School's great advantage is he holds favour with King Sigurd. We need allies of our own if we are to defeat him. But enough talk. Let's finish this. Oh, archery. Sneaky. That means you have no shield right now. Oh, and I blocked. Your challenger struggles to get back to his feet, but he leaves his weapon in the mud. In the end, he settles for just sitting on his knees before you, his head hung in a signal of defeat. You fight better than I expected. You become a very capable warrior. If you'll accept my surrender, I pledge myself to your service. Absolutely. Some unusual mixture of sadness and relief washes over him. He holds your gaze for a long moment, then he seems to get back some of the energy the duel took from him, and he stands. You show me great honour. I hope my challenge won't linger in the air between us. I want you to know you can depend on me from now on, fully. Kettle extends his hand to Eislever, who shakes it hesitantly. Glad to have you with us, you big lug. You put up a good fight. I'll be glad to have you on our side. You were a fool to challenge Mordred, but I hope you learned your lesson now. I too am glad to have you with us. Hey! And we all gained 5 skill points. And apparently they are now following me. I mean, everybody has been saying that this guy is super honourable. So beating him in a fair bout of honour will get him on our side. That's a good question. Can we... How many points do we have? Oh yeah, I have 21 points now. So levelling up shield would be 9 points. I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to do that. It would cost 100 to upgrade diplomacy. The other thing that I wanted was nimble, but we don't actually have armor penalties yet. So I think I'll probably upgrade sword and board skills. To upgrade a skill, click on the icon, then press the button if you have enough skill points. To the left of the button you can see how many unused points you have in addition to your total. In order to upgrade a skill past the second rank, you must spend a total of 100 skill points or more. The cap is 175 skill points for 4 and 250 for 5. Some skills have further requirements based on the primary stats or character nationality. Remember to check the screen once in a while to see if you've earned enough skill points to unlock a new skill that you want. Skill points are exclusively earned from completing quests and from finding cairns. And this is also how we get the additional ranks. So base damage increased by 12. Wow, that's a big upgrade. Block chance increased by 20. And we have brace. Ah, that was the skill that he was using. I didn't realise I had it myself. Okay, cool. And next up would be heavy swing. Ignores target's damage reduction. What's the axe do out of interest? Base damage increased. Reckless strike. 25% damage makes you unbalanced. Damage. Oh wait, that's Dane axe. Wrong weapon. Pull the enemy's shield away, making them exposed. Increased damage. Cleave. Make an attack that's always blocked, but any damage not absorbed by the shield is dealt to the target's hit points. So that's for specifically killing shields. Yeah, and I can't use knives or spears because my finesse is just too low. So what are you at? Your strength, endurance. You're super balanced. The only thing you don't have a lot of is sense. Should use the Dane axe. You love it. Mountain blade. True. I do kind of hope that we will get a Dane axeman at some point. Homestead. This screen allows you to schedule upgrades for the homestead. Scroll down the list and mouse over each icon to see what the upgrade does. Some upgrades have multiple paths that are mutually exclusive. The first time you upgrade your longhouse, for example, you must choose between a mead hall and a stronghold. Once you decide, you can never change your mind. These icons show your prosperity and your power. Most homestead upgrades provide bonuses to one or the other. Some of the decisions you make in the story will also modify those values. Your prosperity and your power will eventually influence how the game ends, so choose wisely. So that's our clan, I guess. Okay. Oh, and haha, should probably upgrade these guys too. The inventory also displays a few of the useful pieces of information about each character. Here you can see the character's primary stats as well as their current morale and whether they have any injuries. So he's indifferent towards us, but these two are loyal. She's actually tougher than he is. He's got the least stamina too. Anyway, skills. You have 15 points to spend. And you, I think... Hunters are ranged. Oh, and then these are your traits, okay. Peaceful, cunning, greedy, optimistic. Aggressive, conceited, cooperative, pessimistic. Aggressive, honourable, sceptical, independent. He is not honourable. Icelafer is your distant cousin, the favourite son of another family of your clan. Leadership of the clan is passed back and forth between your family and his for generations. But although your father won the seat of Thane from Icelafer's father, Grimvarder served your family dutifully for years afterwards. From Grimvarder, Icelafer is instilled with an overwhelming sense of honour and duty, even though he doesn't actually have that. Icelafer has been raised with a strong and skilled warrior who wants nothing more from life than to serve and protect his family and his clan. To that purpose, he was compelled to challenge your claims to the father's throne, seeing you as a weak and undeserving of leadership. In your duel, he was convinced otherwise, and he has now sworn to serve you on your travels to the isles across the sea. Your father brought Kettle back from one of his journeys to the north. The dark-haired boy was seen no more than 8 winters at the time, and he had a shy and brooding demeanour about him since then. Your father never adequately explained how he came to be responsible for the kid, but at the Thane's request, Kettle was taken in by the clan and raised as an orphan. Ah, so even though he's older than us, that's why. He's foster kid, not true blood. Kettle gradually came out of his shell and being about the same age, you became fast friends. Kettle grew up to be a lean young man whose soft step and keen eyes have made him a skilled hunter. From the quiet boy your father brought home with him, Kettle has come to wield a charming smile and disarming wit. He is also a good friend, and loyal Huskarl will follow you wherever you ask of him. And he is a good archer. Okay. Unsung D coming in with a 37-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Unsung. Appreciate that. 37 months, blimey. And Mr. Slate, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Okay, so what other skills do you have? You are good at spotting traps, and I feel like maybe that's something we want to expand upon. Also increases chance to spot non-combat traps, which I guess will be on the world map. The other one would be utility. So yeah, you're the main hunter at the moment. Now here's a good question. So I've got the diplomacy skills, you've got the hunting skills. You are a guard and at repair. You are a guard and scouting. I feel like we probably want everyone to get heavy sleeper. That just sounds like it's going to be super useful. Oh, you can't. Yes, you can. Alright. Sigurdur. What do these guys have to say? Thank you for accepting Islifer's pledge. He was a fool to challenge you, but he didn't deserve death or exile for his foolishness. It was gracious of Islifer to pledge himself to you, and sensible of you to spare him. He's a strong warrior, will serve you well. I would agree. Is there anything else to do here? On Challenge Island. Alright, let's head home. The short boat ride is as uneventful as the trip out. Holmgang Island is clearly visible from the shores outside Skjern. You return victorious. Nefia secures a shield on her back. I'm glad that's dealt with. What's next? We'll have to do something about Ellinger Thorbingensen. As long as he lives, his family poses a threat. I would agree, and I think that we should go there now. When you're ready to leave the area, click on the area button to find the nearest campaign transition. The icon denotes a campaign map transition. To go there, leave the area, and enter the campaign map. Alright, so we need to go and deal with the idiot. We've already looted this whole area. Oh, and then down here we can see our resources. We can also upgrade the homestead. Wow, that costs a lot. So we can already upgrade the farmstead. We can get banners, which will increase our prosperity. Roads, training, and then a pier. Bigger warships. Interesting. This is the campaign map where you'll be travelling between known locations. New locations are marked in the lower left corner of the icon as shown above. Oh, like that. Tooltips for locations provide you with their name as well as how long it will take to get there. Longer journeys will require you to camp in the way to stave off fatigue and starvation. Hovering over campsites reveals the security, shelter and abundance of food in the campsite, each of which has a different benefit. The most convenient campsites are often occupied and you'll need to capture them to camp there. Choose carefully. To start your journey, either click on a location to plot a path and press space to start, pause your movement, or simply double click on a location to begin moving. So I'm guessing that this is easily on the way. And this is Denmark. I was expecting this game to take place in Britain. Maybe it does later. As you plan your travels, keep an eye on this timeline. It shows your current deadline and it illustrates how much available time you've spent. Oh, I see. So you've got to do all preparations before then. You have about a month to prepare your expedition before it's too late, and if you run out of time, the game will end prematurely. Time usually passes only when you travel or when you make camp. Each time you make camp, 12 hours pass. In rare cases, storyline choices or events will also advance the time. When you leave for Britain, time will advance to spring and you will be given a new, more generous deadline. Consider bringing a long construction project for your homestead before you trigger this time skip. Two selected, max 5 allowed. 3 selected. Okay. Oh damn, that feeling when you tune in and see your home area on the stream. Nice. You stop your horses on the outskirts of Ellinger Thorlingson's homestead. Smoke rises lazily from the roof of the largest building. Thralls are going about their business in the fields. So far, it looks like nobody has noticed your arrival. Kettle takes a deep breath. Here we are. I do hope this pans out better than I expect. There are more thralls here than I remember. They're poorly armed, but they'll defend their master if it comes to that. A surprise attack would give us a strong advantage. We might circle around the back to set fire to their house. A sound plan, but it would hate to bring such death to Ellinger. He may be a bitter old bastard, but he deserves a chance to die with honour. We'll let him know he's here. We'll let him know that we're here. Good! An honest fight will send a stronger signal. We're more than a match for the stubborn old goat anyway, even with all of his thralls. Alright then, team. Let's get going. Ellinger, the Thane is here. He has brought his huscarls. The old man stands in front of his farmhouse. You know him, but not well. His family is always stuck on the outskirts, never happy to call your father their Thane. In his youth, he built the house by himself. Now he is grey of hair and his skin is lined with wrinkles, yet he still stands proud as the patriarch of his homestead. My sons were fools to attack you and cowards to do so during the feast. Thank you for allowing my line to continue. Your sons violated the peace of Magnar's funeral. They may have been drunk, but you turned them against us and riled them up. You and your family are traitors to the clan, and I've come to kill you and your last son. The women will be exiled. Whether they raised a blade against us or not, everyone here is a traitor to the clan. No member of your family will leave this place alive. I cannot suffer your presence after this. You are hereby exiled from the clan. Leave by dawn tomorrow, or you will be executed. Or we can just try to sneak attack. But my finesse is terrible, so let's not do that. We're going to go with number 1, see what he says. No! It was an act of youthful foolishness, that's all! You have nothing more to fear from my family, I swear it! Doubt. Icelifer mutters disdainfully. Oh, shit. He never swore fealty to the father, as far as I'm aware. If you swear so, I will spare you. I swear it! By my family's honour, may Thor strike me down otherwise. Are you sure about this? I feel bad for the old man, but what his sons did. If you let this drop with no repercussions for Erling's family, that's very unfortunate signal to the rest of the clan. Worse, it's a show of weakness to all of the other Thanes. Yeah, you gotta be punished. I'm not gonna let you just go. I'll take your fealty and something. Your patriarch sways, but then finds an ounce of strength somewhere deep inside himself as he straightens up and looks you straight in the eyes. And what will come of us? I am going to... Oh, I don't know! The things I would do aren't here, like increase in taxes, or we take your thralls, or something like that. In fact, you know, considering how many thralls he seems to have, taking the thralls would seem like a reasonable outcome. Because we gain manpower, we gain strength, he loses strength. Yeah, exile seems like the most done. You'd cast me out of my own house? I built this farm myself with my own 2 hands. Don't reject this judgment, you fool. Don't you see this as a mercy in the light of what you've done? And who will take ownership of my farm? You? Nefia? I'd rather die than see this farm wither in somebody else's hands. The women of the homestead may stay and tend the farm, only the men must leave. I assure you the alternative is much worse for everyone. Sacrifice, then. I give up everything I've built so my wife and daughter may live? Except, I'll leave. I have family in the east, perhaps, well, no matter. Please, Mordred, take good care of my family. They had no part in this. They'll be loyal to you, and the farm will prosper under their control, just to keep them safe. He staggers back into the house and into his wife's arms. She is crying, whether with sorrow or relief, you can't tell. The thralls who are gathered around you go back to work. Done. And apparently we all gained skills, so let's see what we got. So I'm up to 8, you've got 10, you've got 11. Did you all get the heavy sleeper? You did not. No, you do. So all 3 of them have heavy sleeper. The only one that doesn't have that is me. Next attack will always be a crit. That's pretty nice. Don't think you would ever charge. Not ranged. Not dual wield. You don't really rebuke people. I mean, crit for you? You are a damage dealer and you actually hit really hard. You actually hit the hardest of all the melee people. See, protect as an ability there. So leadership gives me maneuver, which is that one, and then increases resistances. Okay, I see a bit more about how this works then. And then witchcraft was the demoralize, which is what that other character kept on doing to me. The other alternative is... Oh, you must spend 100 skill points. I think that's throughout this whole tree to get to level 3. We need somebody who can craft. I have a feeling we'll find somebody who is a dedicated crafter, though. At least I'm hoping we will. So maybe make Nefia another scout? Oh, sorry, another guard. It's actually really cheap to get some of these low-level skills. And the frontliners should probably have Constitution, because I'm guessing that infections are bad. 100 experience spent total regardless of the tree. Ah, okay. You probably need it the least. I just don't know how camping works. You know what? I'm not going to spend the points until I know more about how camping works. Because I'm guessing you send people out to do various jobs. So if they have skills in the jobs they're not doing, then those skills aren't useful. Unless it's like a cumulative thing, in which case maybe it is. You wake in the early morning to the sound of running feet and panicked shouting. Somebody pounds on your door so rapidly and so furiously you can hear the hinges creak. The muffled voice begins to falter. The smith. Mordred! Rurik! Astrid! Are you there? We're under attack! It's raiders from the sea! Your brother and your mother are scrambling out of their beds, rubbing the sleep from their eyes and shaking confusion from their heads. Don weapons and armor. You grab the most essential equipment and throw on your clothes. Outside, a fire roars to life, and sounds of steel clashing against steel reaches you from the direction of the coast. Alright, do we have any equipment? No. It is just me right now. I'll keep Mother safe. Please, take care of yourself out there. Go, find Kettle and Nerfia. We'll bar the door until it's safe. Who's Rurik? That's Kettle. He's another Magnusson. Which means he's family. I don't know who Rurik is. Also, Kettle's clothes are well worn, but immaculately maintained, sturdy quilted cloth suited for outdoor activities. Protects both against the weather, but not much besides. Islafir made this armour himself under the guidance of Kveltul. It offers only the most basic protection, but its lightness keeps the wearer mobile. Nefia's basic armour is made of simple quilted cloth the mother reluctantly made for her at her father's insistence. Younger brother, perhaps. Okay. No, Kveldulfer is the smith. I don't Massos. According to the map, your settlement is a real lost location called Bork. It was the major place when invading England and France, and so because of the good, safe, natural harbour, which they have mentioned. Kettle almost runs straight into you as you step outside. He has a wild look in his eyes. You're awake! Bet your ass I'm awake. Where are the others? Calm down. What's happening? Where are the others? Northmen are attacking us from both the south and the north. Nefia is holding the bridge. Aslafir went to reinforce the northern entrance. Were the beacons not lit? They weren't. Well, let's send those Byrkjusjana where they came from. Lead the way. Kettle is now following. Oh. Really do wish you could zoom out a bit more. I think we'll go north first. No, you know what? We'll go south. Defend the bridge. Aslafe is a tank. He can hold that position. Leave, you filth-rotten pox mongrels! I'll hold this bridge alone against you if I must. Nah, you're good. Okay, so who do we have? Hey, Kvedulfer is helping us. He's a berserker. Oh, hello. Adobrun Stilausen. Healer. That'll be you. Alright, who's... Whoa, that's a lot of people. Two archers. Okay, so, I'll hold the front. You hold there. Let's bring the archers in a bit closer so they can actually shoot. You're in cover where you are now. Yeah, you know what? Cover is better.